to say few words, and he is a chairman, Kashmir Sufism Society, Srinagar, Kashmir.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister, Mr. Sabut Khan Sahib, the Gulsha, Madam Gulsha, the personalities on the dais, the personalities in the audience, the whole international personalities who have attended this very important, one of the important conferences I call it, and particularly in that city, which is the city of a very great saint, the Hazrat Khwaja Gharib Nawaz Mainuddin Chasti. This is when we assess what is actual Sufism, what is actual divinity, what is the real concept of the priests, those who are dearer to Allah, and what are the perceptions of ordinary people like us, commoners. Because I was listening on the morning that when Khwaja Gharib Nawaz was here, he tried to have a water from Anna Sagar for ablution. But he was told this is the Hindu water, controlled by a Hindu king. How can you take it for the ablution? It won't be given to you. And he sat on the mountain, and the entire saga, entire water came to his cup which he was holding in the hand. That is the divinity. That is the decision of the God. And that is the common perception of those people who are trying to divide waters, who are trying to divide the air, who are trying to say this is mine and this is yours, who are trying to divide the humanity, who are trying to create a wedge between humans. And if we really adopt, as rightly speakers have said, they are the people who will never teach you and who never taught you.
They never preached the hatred. They preached love. And the love is the epitome. Love is the reality. And love is the revolution of the time. The Honorable Minister who has come here, he has come out of the love for the humanity. He has come with the perception that I am coming to the place which is the place of Khwaja Gharib Nawaz. Remaining himself hungry, remaining himself without food, but distributing food to the needy. That is what you called it. The Russians called it a Stalin, and others are those in China, they call it a communist perception. Others may call it one vocabulary or another vocabulary. But the actual thing is, priestly thing is, divinity is, distribute food among all. Nobody should die of hunger. That is the Khwaja Gharib Nawaz. And I belong to the place, a place called Kashmir. Kashmir, I may try, I was telling the Honorable Minister on the way also, and as Gulsha was there and Kubrawai Sahab was there, we had also the conferences like this. That in the all nooks and corners, you will find there are 1,111 such shrines in Kashmir. Those shrines, each shrine has a history. That history of loving the people. The history that we don't divide the world between, and we don't draw the line. We don't draw the line because this territory belongs to you or me. We erase the line. We say that it belongs to all of us. And that if God would have been the discriminator, if God would have been the only Muslim God, He would have given the shine of the moon to only Muslims and would have deprived the Hindu. If He would have been Hindu God only, He would have deprived all of Muslims from the air. If He would have been the Christian God, he would have been only for the Christians. He is not. He belongs to all the humanity. And that is the new, that it is not a new concept. It is the reviving again, it is a realization. We are realizing, the honorable guests, the personalities here. Presently we are in the process of realizing, because what darkness we have seen, what we have observed during these years. We have observed only blood spilling on the roads, spilling on the earth. The earth is soaking blood now. The earth is saturated with the human blood. Now earth is crying that I don't have, that I have crossed the saturation point. Now I want you to live. And allow us to live. And you can allow us to live only when you start believing this concept of humanity. When you start believing these alims, you start believing these awliya Ikrams. Come to Kashmir and see. I would request Mr. Tourism Minister really make and declare Kashmir the place of the pilgrimage tourism. Hazrat Bulbul Shah, who came alone, who was the lonely man, and there was a king of the time. He was a Buddhist king, and he interacted with him, and Buddhist king became a Muslim. He had a Hindu queen. It was a combination of Hinduism, Islam and Buddhism together. That is why Kashmir has been born. And if this is not a time to just really reveal everything on each awliya Ikram up there, but really, if you start opening the gates of Kashmir for all around the world, all around the people, let Muslims go there, Hindus go there, any person belonging to community go there and go to the Sheikh al-Alam. Sheikh al-Alam verses will tell you. They will tell you about the Hindu priests as well as the Muslims as well. Similarly, I had been recently in the California, in one of the conferences I was telling them, they said more than Rumi, now we want a literature on Sheikh al-Alam, because he is the Sheikh of Alam and buried in Kashmir. Similarly, here in any part of our country, you go to Delhi, you go to any part, I think tourism minister has he has a realization, because we know, we are assessing him and he is going everywhere. We know how much he is taking care, and his arrival today is also the same chapter that he is trying to project our India as the India which belongs to those only. With these words, I thank you again and thank the organizers. Thank you very much.
हमारे मध्य हैं उनसे आप
हमारी रियासत है, इसमें भी बड़ी दरगाह है, बड़े जो हमारे औलिया इकराम हैं, बड़े आला पैमाने के औलिया इकराम हैं। हज़रत शाह साहब है, हज़रत अमीर कबीर रहमतुल्लाह अलैह, हमारे गौसल पाक का वहाँ पे भी आस्थान शरीफ है, हमारे मखदूम साहब के आस्थान शरीफ है, शेख उल आलम का आस्थान शरीफ है। तो एक चीज़ है कि जब जहाँ तक इन औलिया इकरामों का ताल्लुक़ है, इन औलिया इकरामों ने हमेशा, जैसे कि मैंने अपनी जो मेरी स्पीच आज यहाँ थी और सबूत खान साहब ने भी बड़ी सराही ये स्पीच कि उसमें लोग जो इंसानियत का पैगाम छुपा, इंसान को नज़दीक लाओ, मोहब्बत करो, और रिवोल्यूशन ऑफ लव, एक मोहब्बत अपनी जगह एक इनकलाब है, और इसको लोगों को अपने करीब लाओ, मोहब्बत से लाओ। वो तभी हो सकेगा जो हमारे सूफी बुजुर्गार हैं और सूफी औलिया कराम हैं, उनकी तालीम नई जनरेशन तक पहुँच जाए, क्योंकि नई जनरेशन
सूफीज़म और क्या है इसका मतलब सूफीज़म
जो सूफ़ी कराम है, औलिया कराम, ऐसे जैसे ख्वाजा गरीब नवाज़ मोइनुद्दीन चिश्ती, अगर आपको याद होगा शहंशाह अकबर को बेटा पैदा नहीं होता था, वो रेगिस्तान में बिल्कुल नंगे पाँव आए और मन्नत ली। तो ऐसी जगहों पे ये मन्नत बादशाह हो या एक आम आदमी हो, ایسی درگاہوں پہ وہ آتے ہیں، ایسی درگاہوں پر منتیں لیتے ہیں، اور یہ جو بزرگار ہیں یہی صوفی اولیاء کرام ہیں۔ ایسے صوفی اولیاء کرام جو بھی ہیں، غوث الپاک ہے، ہم نے غوث الپاک کی جنریشن بھول چکی تھی، وہ شاید یہ تعلیم لوگوں کو نہیں دی جا رہی تھی کہ غریب نواز نے کیا کیا۔ غریب نواز اگر دیکھیں آپ بولے کہ ایکول ڈسٹریبیوشن، ٹیکس، باقی چیزیں آپ اس وقت ماڈرن لینگویج میں کہتے ہو، بھائی آپ سے ٹیکس لے کے ہم اس کو یہ اس ٹیکس میں سے اس کے لیے انتظام کرے گا۔ خواجہ غریب نواز خود نہیں کھاتے تھے تو غریبوں کو اور جن کے پاس کھانا نہیں تھا ان کو کھلاتے تھے۔ تو یہ چیزیں جو ہے اگر ان کی تعلیمات پر ایک انسان چلنا شروع کرے اور وہ مصیبتیں خود جھیلے، جو مصیبتیں ہمارے صوفی بزرگوار نے، یہ جو بھی اولیاء کرام ہیں صوفی بزرگوار ہیں، انہوں نے بھی جو مصیبتیں جھیلی وہ مصیبتیں خود جھیلیں لیکن دوسرے انسان کے لیے کام کریں۔ یہ پیغام ہے، اور آج کی یہ انٹرنیشنل کانفرنس کامیاب رہی۔ میں آپ لوگوں کو بھی مبارکباد دیتا ہوں، آپ میڈیا کو بھی، کہ آپ نے اتنے اس میں دلچسپی لی، آپ نے اس میں یہاں پہ آئے، کیونکہ ادروائز یہ ہوتا ہے کہ آپ میڈیا وہیں چلا جاتا ہے جہاں کوئی نیوز ہو، لیکن یہاں پہ ایک فلسفی ہے، یہاں پہ ایک آئیڈیالوجی ہے، یہاں پہ انسانیت کا پیغام ہے۔ جو بھی یہاں پہ پروگرام جو بھی بات کرتا ہے صرف محبت کی باتیں کرتا ہے، اور محبت کے لیے آپ نے وقت نکالا، یہ آپ سب کی محبت ہے۔